With the NFT space being as crazy as it is, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering what exactly is a blue chip NFT and how can I secure one for the future? Folks, welcome back to NFT Kings, and in today's video, we're going to talk about some of the safer, at least in my view, safer Solana NFTs that I think you guys should look into. Now, you might be asking, why should I care about blue chip NFTs, and what even is a blue chip asset? Well, in general, an asset that is considered blue chip is something that's considered safer. It's well established, it has a lot of trade volume, and overall, probably is not going to tank to zero anytime soon. Now, this typically applies to the stock market, and there are a lot of blue chip stocks out there, but some of the ones you guys might know, of course, are Netflix, Apple, Amazon. You guys get the picture. All the big boys, all the big ones that pretty much everybody knows is fitting for a retirement portfolio, something that is fitting for the long term, that you could go to sleep at night and not particularly worry about losing your shirt completely. And in the NFT space, this is kind of difficult because, as we all know, the nature of the beast, NFTs are very volatile. In fact, one of the most volatile industries in the entire world. So the question is, how can we identify an NFT that is stable, that will last a little bit longer than perhaps some of those small rug pulling, sort of feeling kind of projects that I know a lot of people are weary of. So a few traits that are extremely reminiscent of any blue chip asset in general. For one, is a high price, a price that is not near zero, and in fact not anywhere near bottoming out. This is a price that if it drops, if the floor goes from, let's say, 80 Solana to 60 Solana, that won't be the end of the world. That won't cause people to sell below mint price. That won't cause people to panic and worry. And typically, this relates to any asset in which has been around for a long time, something that didn't just sprout up from the ground yesterday that nobody knows about, which obviously could sink. And there are a lot of NFT projects, especially on digitaleyes.market, which, if you guys don't know, is the Solana marketplace. There are a lot of projects on there which have basically been going for 3 to 4 times under mint for a while. I know some of you guys may remember the Soul Manders, the Soul Bulls. There are a lot of other projects on there, but those minted for 5 Solana, and they're going for barely around 1 right now, which is scary, and I feel very bad for people who have been invested in that and have managed to hold the bag, unfortunately. So how can we avoid this? Well, again, you want to find something which is relatively expensive. Now, obviously, most people watching this video probably cannot afford to purchase the NFTs I'm going to talk about. In fact, I don't own either of these NFTs because I can't afford them. But I do believe when it comes to safety, and if there is anything that has similar characteristics in the future, I believe the knowledge of what these NFTs do is very important. So are these more risky? Yes and no. In a sense, yes, because they are very expensive. So you would have to put an awful lot of money into these NFTs in order to actually secure them. However, in general, I do think they will hold their value a little bit better. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, it's only my personal opinion, but I do believe these things will hold their value over time. Speaking of holding their value, if you guys want to get started on Webull, link down below in the description. If you guys enjoy the channel, you guys get started over there trading stocks and crypto. It's a fantastic app, and if you guys use my link down below in the description, it does support me and you. You could get up to 4 stocks valued around $2,300, so link down below. So the first blue chip NFT which comes to mind is SMB, which is Solana Monkey Business. This is one of the older Solana NFTs. It's been around a while, and it's listed virtually everywhere. And not only that, they're going for a lot of money. I think the floor is around 100 Sol right now, and that is one of the most expensive projects out there. In fact, Steve Harvey actually just purchased on Twitter, the host of Family Feud, he just purchased one of these Solana Monkey Business NFTs. And they're fantastic because they offer an awful lot to the community. Again, extremely expensive, something that I cannot afford. However, they are, from what it looks like, a very good asset because they actually contribute to the community. 3% of what Solana Monkey Business does is put in a sort of community staking pool for Solana. So this is contributing to the long-term value of the asset, which is literally fantastic. I mean, this does a lot, and I talked about it in one of my previous videos, which if you guys want to check it out, link down below in the description to one of my previous videos on how to identify a good NFT. But anything that actively contributes to the crypto ecosystem or to a charity or some ongoing sort of good deed is always worth looking into. When you have any crypto NFT that doesn't have a type of community aspect behind it, doesn't have this type of, participation, it loses some of that long-term viability. There's a shark project, I think it's called Rogue Sharks, which is donating like 10% of all proceeds to a shark preservation charity or something like that. These things all help in the long term, even if they're not an imminent benefit right up front. Having some type of roadmap and some type of central vision actually helps. And Solana Monkey Business has managed to do this extremely well. I know there are passive income opportunities for those that are holding them. I don't know exactly the way it works because, again, I don't own one myself, but it appears that the Solana Monkey Business asset in general has provided a lot of value to the Solana ecosystem and more than most other NFTs. The other example of a blue chip NFT that I could think of on the Solana ecosystem is the Degen Ape Academy. These are degenerate apes. They're really cool in their animation, and I think the floor right now is around 80 Solana, and these guys are the real deal. Now, in a sense, they really are the punk of the Solana world. Now, of course, Solana on solanart.io does have Sol punks, which are going for pretty low right now, but let's be honest, when it comes down to it, the only reason why Ethereum punks are doing so well is because they were the first Ethereum NFT project which really gained some type of momentum. Now, these apes were actually around, I believe, before Sol punks and gained momentum for sure a lot sooner than Sol punks. So when it comes down to it, these guys really are the real punks, and they really do seem to be a fantastic store of value. The floor, when it went below 70, was instantly swept up, and that obviously is a good sign. There's a lot of trading volume. There's an infamy with it. Just about every single big crypto person on Twitter has one of these apes as their profile picture. So there is a lot of big stuff going on with these Degen apes. They really feel grandfathered in a sense, in the Solana ecosystem. And that's really what matters. If something has such a legacy, such a community hype built around it, that it really cannot be broken and already has exceeded such a high price floor, we're playing with big money here. Once you enter 100 Sol or more, you gotta have some serious bucks to be able to afford that. Again, I can't afford that. I know most people watching this video can't, but the knowledge in which how Degen Ape Academy did this, I think it's helpful to anyone, because now you could look at future NFT projects and say, okay, this looks like a blue chip project, this one doesn't. This artwork is horrific, this artwork is lame, this artwork is fantastic. This does something for the community, this doesn't. That's the type of thinking that I try to apply whenever I browse the NFT marketplace, and I think a lot of you guys should try to look into as well. Try to find habits, try to find trends that occurred with Solana Monkey Business and Degen Ape Academies. If you're able to do that, you'll be able to future identify these trends in a much better way. That said, guys, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know down below in the comments what NFTs you guys are holding on to. And, of course, subscribe for more NFT videos coming every day. My name is Matt. See you all in the next one.